Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Neca Cult Classics Series 6. We're looking today at the Lost Boys, David. David features an alternate head, hands, and feet, blood bottle, and diorama base. On the side, you can see that there's the Lost Boys poster. A poster that I would love to get. I haven't acquired it yet, but I think that would look very nice in my living room. Perhaps near my horror movies, perhaps near Lost Boys. Very iconic poster. It says, sleep all day, party all night, never grow old, never die, it's fun to be a vampire. Every time I read sleep all day, party all night, I always think of party on golf, party on Garth, party on Wayne, Wayne's World. The joke would have been there had Spot not butchered it the first time around. There's a picture down below of David with his vampire face. The chicks love it. Chicks love vampire faces. And you'll notice there is no glitter, no sparkle, nothing. It's just a vampire, folks. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. On the back of the package, other figures that you can get aside from David here. We also got ourselves Michael. We've got ourselves the Dawn of the Dead Zombie and S-Smart Ash. The read-up says, a brand new series comprised of your favorite heroes and villains from classic horror, sci-fi, and action movies. Each figure is highly detailed and comes complete with movie-accurate accessories and display bases. The read-up for David says, David is the charismatic leader of a California motorcycle gang. He uses his influence along with the beauty of Star, his female companion, to lure an innocent Michael into vampirism. I had that happen once. I barely got out. Once Michael realizes how the gang hunts to survive, he tries to break free of their curse. Sleep all day, party all night, party on Wayne, never grow old, never die, it's fun to be a vampire. Oh, and also, if you were wondering, Spot, how old is this package? 2007. 2007. What I am going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, when we reconvene, as we do here, we're going to get a better look at David. Certainly there is more to come, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. And as with Michael, David comes also with an array of different accessories. His diorama base. Now he actually does have pegs on the bottom of his feet, unlike the Michael that just came with a flat floor and nothing on the undersides of his shoes. At least David here does come with pegs. You'll also see down there's the noodles, which ended up being worms. Those horrible, horrible, mean vampires. They never let poor Michael join in any vampire games. It was so mean, so cruel to him. Pretty nice sculpt, though, on the base. I think they did a really good job on that. The other accessory, I guess the other main accessory that David comes with, just zoom in. I don't know why I'm still holding David. Let's actually just put him down for a second. Don't worry, we'll get back to him. He does also come with this. A crucial accessory in the movie. It ain't grape juice, friends. It ain't wine. That's blood in there. Oh, did I just give it away? There's blood in there, my friends. Stay away. It's a nice bottle, though. Don't even let the bottle lure you. Star or the bottle, they're both bad. They're both bad. But pretty nice detail on the bottle itself. You can see that there's gems, there's a little bit of gold around there as well. Really, really nice work. You gotta give it to NECA. They always put a lot of effort into their toys. Even some of these older toys as well. I mean, this toy is, what, 5 years old? This action figure, and still the detail on it is just fantastic. I'm gonna put the wine bottle right there. Again, I would advise staying clear of that, though. Now let's have a look at David's face. Now this would be Vampire David. What? That's actually what Kiefer looks like? Oh, no, he doesn't, you silly goose. Yes, it is more of his vampire face. My biggest problem, I think, unlike the Michael I pretty much was set that I wanted to have him with the human face. The problem with David, though, is he's so iconic in the movie with both faces that I'm really torn as to which one I actually prefer. With the vampire face, he's really nicely detailed. He's got some yellow eyes. He's got some fangs going on down there. You imagine that someone, I don't even know his name, I'm sure I could if I looked at the package, but some sculptor out there took the time and actually sculpted this by hand. I think that's just fantastic. The fact that somebody would actually do this. I mean, say what you want. Somebody could say, oh, come on, dude. You know, just one of those random trolls that come onto these channels. Dude, you collect toys. You need to get a life. But you know what? You really have to commend some of the artists and the sculptors out there that work for these companies that they would have taken the time and sculpted this. I'm sure those people that troll these channels and say, oh, you collect toys, probably can't even sculpt a horse out of clay. It would look like a bag of salt. So I really have to say, good job to unnamed sculptor who sculpted this face, and really any of the faces from the Cult Classics line. David's also got himself a jacket, a very long trench coat, which usually indicates in these movies that if you have a long trench coat, it's got to mean that you're a vampire or some emo guy. He's also got himself a shirt underneath. If you wanted to, here we go. Same spiel as Spot always gives. You could take it off if you want. What? I know, yeah. But the sleeves will be the exact same. So the sleeves will be the jacket. So taking off the jacket would be irrelevant. But I like that it's a pliable, kind of rubbery plastic. Can you hear that too? It's definitely got a very distinct material to it. Like it's not, it could just be the way it was textured. It definitely feels very distinct from some of the other you know, soft play kind of material that they use. He's also got himself his jeans, nice jeans. I'm sure those are Levi's. And down below you can also see David's feet. Very, very gross looking toenails. Come on, I mean, even if you know what, even if you're a vampire and you're immortal, could you not at least clip those? Really? I mean, I know chicks may love the fact you're a vampire and all, but chicks also like proper grooming. I think is personality, I think sense of humor, personality, proper grooming, maybe successful. That may not be the correct order. Ladies, you can let me know down below your order of priorities for a man, but I'm pretty sure proper grooming is somewhere on that list. Just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not only throwing it out there for the vampires watching these videos. There might be some of you out there, but also really the viewers as a whole. Proper grooming, the chicks love it. You can also see, I just popped the hand off. Don't worry, it's going to go back on. It's nothing like Michael's. Nothing like Michael's. You can also see he's got really long nails, fingernails on his hands too. Really nice work. Now you're saying to yourself, well, I don't know, I still don't like the fact that I really would like a Kiefer without the vampire face. Don't worry, he does come with an array of different alternate pieces as well. For starters, if you don't like these gangly feet, you can just wiggle. Wiggling is the best way to get the peg out. Don't pull it in case it breaks. And we're going to find the proper shoe. Got to make sure that shoe fits. If the shoe fits, wear it. I think that's what they say, right? I'm going to peg in the, rotating it. There we go. We're going to peg the first shoe in. Are those cowboy boots? They look like cowboy boots. Another sign that he's a vampire. I mean, come on. If he's wearing cowboy boots, he's got to be a vampire, right? And put the other foot in, like so. And now you've got, at least he's hid those toenails. At least now he's got these boots going on. So far, so good. You can also take the hands, which apparently take no effort to get out. And he comes with these gloved hands, like so. A little bit of wiggle. A little bit of wiggle gets it in. Spot, what exactly are you saying? I'm just talking about an action figure. Get your mind out of the gutter. This wiggly hand. Pop the hand out. And take the alternate hand, the gloved hand. Once again, wiggling it. get it in there. I shouldn't have made such light of this, getting these hands in here. Now look what I've done. Now I'm gonna have a tough time getting this hand in. That's typical. It's absolutely typical. Just get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Is it in? No. This hand apparently is giving me problems. Well, it's definitely not gonna stay in there, but hopefully it stays in there until the end of this review. Finally, I'm just gonna wiggle David's head and pop it off, complete with the bowl joint. Ah! And then we're gonna take the alternate head and pop that into place. And just like that, my friends, you've got yourself non-vampired Kiefer. You're probably still confused. You can't tell the difference. There's the two right there. Oh, okay. So there was a different head. I know. I often thought he was a vampire too. Really nice head sculpt. I mean, it really is a nice head sculpt on Kiefer Sutherland. If you really wanted to, you could totally make that. You can make a good custom of how he was in Stand By Me. I'm pretty sure he had the long hair in Stand By Me as well. The stubble is really nice. You've got a little earring going on there. Party in the back, business on the top. Is that what they say? Mullets. He's definitely got a good, solid look. Again, my big problem with this figure, and I curse you, Neca, for making such a good sculpt on this figure, is the fact that I really don't know which figure I'd prefer to have, or which head sculpt. You would almost want to buy both, you know, two of the same figure, just so you can have alternate heads. At the end of the day, I really like the head sculpt on the vampire, and it's fitting for how often he looks like this in the movie, but I really, really like the head sculpt on just his human face. So much so, I don't know, maybe I might just keep it with this head on. But it's entirely up to you. I mean, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. In the way of David's articulation, he does have, as I mentioned, that ball-jointed head. He's got a pin and socket shoulder. They rotate all the way around. Still do be a little careful because some of these older NECA toys were prone for breaking in the joints. Rotation in the hand. There goes the hand. Speaking of hand, rotation in the waist and rotation in the boot. His hand is somewhere down on the floor. Hold on a second. Hold on. And there's the hand there. Oh, this blasted hand. I'm going to say something. Oh, and also there's a swivel in the one forearm. I'm going to say something that probably will make a lot of collectors angry. It's the word that nobody likes to use, glue. If I decide I'm going to permanently keep this hand on him, if I have a tough time getting this hand in, I think ultimately I might just glue the hand and call it a day. No, Spot, don't glue it. I might just glue it. Just overall, a really, really nice figure. Obviously, as I mentioned before, it would probably do you good to get both figures, so you can get both Lost Boys. You can have certainly David on his own and Michael on his own, but much like peanut butter and jelly, they're just meant for each other. Not in that way, but they're just kind of meant for each other as a display piece. The David from NECA Cult Classics Series 6. I'm going to give him an 8.5. One of the best, one of the better, if not one of the best, NECA Cult Classic figures to date. Just a really nice head sculpt, really nice diorama. You can't go wrong. If you're an 80s fan and you love Lost Boys, do pick this figure up. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the NECA Cult Classics Series 6 Lost Boys David. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.